ready to get into this? Because I'm ready to get into this. Let's go. Ah! Conor McGregor popping out of the woodwork. Am I right? Am I right? I'm pumped to get him back in. I know he's been in the media and in the news for some super unfortunate things. Before we start casting the stone too hard at him, let's remember, at the end of the day, he is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. The speculations, the allegations that he's going through right now are kind of a bummer. But let's wish him the best, man, whatever it is. You know, maybe he's got some issues, if it's true. Don't kick a guy while he's down, right? Moving into that, January 18th, let's go! Who's pumped to see him fight again? Did his best years get spent, that best year get spent prepping for the Mayweather fight? Was that the best Conor McGregor we will ever see? I don't know, maybe. Maybe. But he's talking about the Diaz trilogy. Yes! He wants that belt. He wants that belt. I did a video, one of my first videos, talking about that belt. Because Chael Sonnen said that belt doesn't mean anything. Nobody cares about that belt. It's not a real belt. It's never going to be a contested belt. Real wants that belt. You know, if you think you are one of those guys, the BMFs, if you think you're one of those guys, you want that belt. Yeah, it proves it. Look at Conor McGregor. He said that he's going to, the winner of Masvidal and Diaz is next. They're next. And if that's the case, he's coming after that belt. That BMF belt. He wants it. He's going to take it. He's going to try to take it. I don't know that he can beat either one of those guys. He's lost to one of them already. And he's got a very close decision over the same guy. They're 1-1. Let's get that trilogy. That's the one I'm pumped about. Let's get it going. I'm pumped about this fight, guys. I'm pumped that Conor McGregor's back. I'm pumped at the matchups. Who is it January 18th? Who is it? Is it Justin Gaethje? Is it Donald Cowboy Cerrone? Either one of those dance partners are handpicked for Conor's left hand. I'm just saying. If I was a betting man, which I am, I'm going to bet you that Conor sleeps one of them. Either one of them. Conor will come in. They both have very similar styles to Conor, you know, as in striking, kickboxing. The issue is with Cowboy, he's a slow starter. Slow starter, and Conor's not. Conor will go in for it. Look what he did to Dustin Poirier. Gaethje, on the other hand, is, you know, got a head made of concrete, and he'll run straight at the bull. And what happens when you mess with the bull? I mean, you get the horns, right? It'll be an awesome fight. It'll be an awesome comeback for McGregor. Not a lot of matchups in the UFC are favorable for McGregor these days. So get in where you fit in. And the Masvidal fight would be insane. The Diaz trilogy, yeah, right? I couldn't be more pumped about that one. Really, I'm excited. Let's talk about something else, though. Conor McGregor used to strut around the UFC. Conor McGregor used to insinuate that he had a ton of power. Power that seemed to come into fruition a few times. Power that he flexed on Dana White. Dana White gave in. He became the golden boy for the UFC for a while. So this power and this, you beg me for fights and I'll fight you, and, you know, just the way he made himself appear, like he was one of the brass at the UFC, right? He was singing a new tune. The old Conor would have told us who his opponent is. The old Conor would have dropped the ball. The old Conor would have, spoiler alert, and he just would have said it. And he had so much power at the time, he just would have said it, and Dana would have just dealt with it. Quite frankly, he just would have dealt with it. Maybe with WME, it's not quite that way, but the cash cow that McGregor is, when he was in his prime, when he was active, I'm sure he could act any way he wanted to. Today, when he announced it, or when it was announced for me today, I saw it this morning when I woke up, he was like, normally I would say, because that's what I do, but I'm going to respect the business, or the business is a professional business, I'm not going to do it. No matter what he said, it was something similar to that. But he's not telling us who he's fighting, which made him look like his stock has really went down. That maybe the UFC and WME don't value him like they used to. I don't know. I mean, he's been gone an awful long time. He's got a salty record. It's not like he was just killing it his last couple of performances in the UFC. He did throw the jab at Khabib Nurmagomedov by saying he doesn't know how to say his last name, and who cares. But he did call for that fight again in Russia and said it's for the Russian people and the people of the world as that fact. I don't know that the Khabib Nurmagomedov fight is the fight for Conor. He's got no way to win it. He's just... Styles make fights, and no one says that anymore. But that was the thing that we used to all preach on in this sport, was styles make fights, not fighters make fights. Not fighters can adjust their fighting style to get in the mix with someone similar or someone completely opposite, right? You do what you do to the best, and you're paired up with someone else who does something differently to the best, and you guys would fight. The styles made the matchup. The number 4 guy could always beat the number 1 guy. The number 8 guy could always beat the number 1 guy, but they weren't in line to do it because they couldn't beat the 3rd, 4th, or 2nd guy. They couldn't beat the 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 guy, but they could beat that 1 guy. They had, stylistically, they would have been a nightmare for whatever ranking it was. We tend to forget that. We think because we saw McGregor come back in the rematch with Diaz and implement leg kicks that, oh no, these fighters can come back and they can do whatever they want, blah, 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 blah. It was like when Brendan Schaub said about Miesha Tate, don't start trying to wrestle now. Don't start learning armbar defense now. Focus on what you're good at, what got you to the dance, and do that. Don't start trying to learn Ronda's game 12 weeks before Ronda's fight and then expect to stop Ronda, who's been drilling that since she was 8 years old. You're not on that level. You're not going to do it in 12 weeks. Whatever skill set you rock that and see if you can beat, whatever. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Are you excited that McGregor's back? Are you able to put your personal thoughts about who McGregor might be until it's proven in the court of law? I say might be. Let me know. Do you think he's as bad as a guy as everyone says? Did he commit these heinous crimes? We clearly saw him punch an old man. But here in the United States, how many times do we make excuses for football players who break the law? Darryl Strawberry from the 90s in baseball. How many times do we make these exceptions for these athletes that commit these crimes? Punching an old man was bad. The other two that allegedly happened are horrible, and Mike Tyson went to prison. If he's found guilty, he should serve every moment of it. But until he's proven guilty, I don't want to cast any judgment. Rest assured, I'll cast judgment and probably make a video of it if he's found guilty on these 2 cases. I don't know. I just want to get your thoughts. Let me know what you think. I'm excited to talk about this. I'm glad they're back. The number 1 fight that I want to see McGregor in is Diaz 3. With or without that BMF belt. He seems to think Diaz has enough to get it done against Masvidal, which is kind of awesome. I like that he thinks Diaz is the beast. But yeah, I want to see Diaz 3. Hey, when you watch the video, hit the like button. It helps. Throw a comment in there. Just a comment. Throw something. Hello. Hi. The letter I. I don't care. It helps. Throw a like. Throw a comment. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. It means a ton to me. I'll keep putting out this content. I'm moving out of this house in like 4 days now. So I'm going to do a day in the life of me moving, lifting heavy furniture, because that's what I do. But I don't know what that was. But I don't really lift heavy furniture, and it's not what I do. So if you want to help, hit me up.